What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the simulator. Welcome back to my channel where I offer high quality entertainment in the form of high handicap simulator golf. So welcome. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to see you're back. Alrighty then. Today let's tackle, today being the 27th of May 2025, Joe Lagowski Golf League, the Soudal Open. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced, and it's at a course just simply called Echo Falls. Let's take a look at the vital statistics here. 5-foot gimme auto putt circle, 5,800 yard total course length, Saturday pins. Green firmness is normal and the stimp's going to be at 11 today. Fairway firmness is normal and the wind is calm. These are pretty vanilla numbers here, so I'm wondering if the course has a lot of lateral hazards or something else that's going to keep the riffraff away, I guess you could call it. But let's get this sucker loaded up and see what's in store for us. Well, hello there, we're back. Alrighty, Echo Falls, first hole, par 4. We're up 350 yards, up 11 yards. I would say this is a fairly skinny fairway, so there right there is gonna keep your riffraff away. Let's see if we can keep it somewhere where we can at least have a shot to the pin. All right, still a little over the top somehow. A little bit of an open face. I think that's what got us the worst, was the open club face. This bush here doesn't have any colliders, so we should be able to go kind of straight at the pin here. Wind is nothing to write home about. Let's hit a 7-iron. It's deep rough. We know we're going to lose a bunch of distance here. 25% if this is a normal deep rough course here. All right, we got a roly-poly fairway here that's pushed us back into the rough. .40 yards. Let's see if we can chip a little bit better than we were in the last one. Where's 40? We've got to make this putt or we risk taking a stroke. We need to hit this almost 12 feet of fill here. .354 yard par 4. We're going up a hill this time. Wind's not really a function here. We do have OB on the left. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Oh yeah, it's loud. If you've ever been underneath a power line on the golf course, you can hear it humming like that. It's kind of unsettling. All right, we got a downhill lie. We're hitting out a rough, and we're hitting uphill to an elevated green. Downhill lie to an elevated green. We know we need to hit 167 at a minimum to even get it there off of flat ground. Let's hit a 6 here. Thing just keeps on going. All right, this is a birdie putt. 418, 22 and a half feet here a feel. Oh, GS Pro, I'd like to speak to your manager, please. Good enough for government work. We're still even. What do we got here? Some danger on the right. The game is taunting people with a fade or a slice here. As you can see, you either go short or you risk putting your ball in the drink here. So we got to make sure to get a hold of this ball. Oh, GS Pro. We might be all right. Barely, folks. That's worse than a pregnancy scare there. Let's see. 73 yards out of the rough. 75 plus a few percent. I'd say we're good with a sand wedge. Properly struck, that is. No, that was way too much club, even out of the rough. That is 96 carry, 86 carry. That's the normal carry it should have off the fairway, and we lost 7%. So again, I don't know. Let's see if we can scramble here for par. 20 yards. Poorly struck ball. What did we lose there? 4%. And then that happens, right? It's almost like the ball has front spin. So depending on what this thing does, we're 11 yards out. Pretty good break. Let's just get it in the circle. We need to hit about 40 feet. Probably taking a bogey here. Get over there. All right. Let's see here. 477 yard par 5. We know we're going to probably only hit about 225-ish, I'd say. More power lines, more power to the people. What do we got here? 275 out of a pretty crummy lie. I don't dare to hit my 3-wood out of here. Maybe I dare to hit it out of here. We've got we're on a downhill. It just doesn't seem like a great idea. Let's get something with some loft. Oh no. Oh. I'm not convinced that would have happened in real life, but here we are nonetheless. That would have happened in real life. Oh, the mental mistakes. Guys, we still got 245 yards to go. but it is a par 5, so maybe we're not completely screwed. Woo! What do we got here? 83. Out of the rough. You tricked us on this distance last time. You shall not do it again. Okay, I don't have a club lower than a lob wedge, so that's what we're doing today, folks. I could putt it, I guess. I could putt it, I guess. Oh boy. The mental mistakes continue. I thought we were hitting uphill there, and we were. Okay, buck 78. Wind's negligible. Everything's negligible. This is a perfectly makeable, not makeable, right? I ain't gonna ace it, but I think we can get on the green here. It's a tiny green. This course is not easy. Sit. Okay, if we could have got that ball to bite, we probably could have hit a 7-iron there and been fine. No bite though when it landed. No bite. No divot. Let's go. We're going uphill. This 40 feet or so here. Okay, these greens are playing a little fast. Let's see here. 11 stimp. I'd say they're more like 11.99999 stimp. Still eked out a par there, and I do mean eked out a par. That ball was barely moving when it went in the cup. Alrighty. 5th, we're shooting bogey golf here. If we continue to do that, we can expect to score around a 90. This shot's down. There we go. And I've broken my tee again, and I don't know where it went. Let me pause you guys. Alrighty, we're back. Fixed the tee. I fixed the tee. All right, let's go. Let's do it. Okay, now apparently we hit that kind of shot. Oh, it's so funny. We're right under these power lines, baby. 300 yards to go. Deep rough. We can expect to lose 20 to 25% here. Took it up the tailpipe on that one a little bit, I'd say. So we're hitting out of the deep rough again, and we got to go 175 minus 20, let's say 155, but we're going to lose a quarter of that. Let's try a 6-iron. I don't know. I simply don't know, ladies and gents. Okay, that should have carried 156 with no penalty. Okay, that's about right. Oh boy, what was that crap? Little bit of a break here. 23 feet-ish, I'd say. Still chilling at +5. 185 with a little bit of wind uphill. Let's hit a 6 here. $22 feet. 22 yards. Why do I always do that? For par here, it's not doing a whole lot. Need to hit about 14, 15 feet here. No, what got me there? HLA got me, and I kind of hit through the break. Again, these greens are at, I would say, right under 12 stimp. Right under 12 stimp. What do we got here? 373, let's call it 390. Little bit of a wind. Oh boy. Should just always aim for the fairway. If it fades, it fades. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But that would have been on the fairway. And a damn good shot too. Now we're hitting out of the rough 140. Let's hit an 8-iron here. Just absolutely smoked. Carry was 138. I think that just was the wrong club on my part, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh! inside the bunker. You turd burglar. Slightly open club face. Really not a bad shot. I don't remember how much we lose out of fairway side bunkers, so this is going to be a bit of a guessing game. Let's hit a club up from 155. Let's try a 7 here. Okay. That was pretty aggravated, it looks like. Way closed club face. Now we're going uphill at a deep rough. We just got to give this a good solid stroke. And I'll take that. Possible par here. It's always tricky when you're putting downhill. 9 feet of feel here. No go, no go, baby. It ain't even gonna stay in the circle. Bogey putt here. Just needs to go 5.5, 6.5 feet here. .116. Wind, slope, I would say negligible. Let's hit a gap wedge here. Sit. 5 yards. I don't think we could have got away with the sand wedge there. $17-foot putt, 16.4, let's call it here. Very much welcome birdie right there. 382, dog leg right. 50. Let's see if we can put a drive together here. Stop breaking tees. What do we got there? 30 yards offline to the right. I don't love it. I do not love it. What do we got here? Deep rough's gonna take 25%. 150, 25% of 150 is some number. Let's hit a 6. Poorly struck ball, felt toey. Just really not hitting good shots here. And anytime you're hitting out of the deep rough, there's a whole bunch of calculations you got to do in your head. So we know this is going to go not as far as it should, perhaps. But I'll take that par. 500-yard par 5, another chance to use driver. We know we're only going to get about this much distance right there. And for that reason, we will of course hit the straightest shot we have ever hit in GS Pro. Sometimes I feel like I just can't win with this program, but 244 down. We might be all right. That was a land shark. That would have taken a divot so big and bad that you would probably be in the shop, aka hospital, for a shoulder rebuild. Let's see here. You always love to see that happen. All right, that's on 3. This will be for birdie. Let's get this shot up here, although it's going to go up a hill and then down another one. It's going to want to break all over the place. It's hard to know how far to even hit this ball. We did ourselves in there. And if you would believe it, I broke my tee again. So, yeah, that's a thing. 12-footer. Yep. All right, took a bogey on that. Do I need my tee yet? I do not. Let's see here. My 200-yard club, 5. Oh, come on. Was it really that bad? Ooh, a par 3 too. Should have known it wasn't a par 4, right? 46 yards out of normal rough. This is going to be a little crappy downhill dribbler here. Just to ensure we stay in the circle, I'm going to aim all the way over to the right. And we need to hit like under 20 feet here. Another bogey. 137. I still don't need to fix my tee. It's basically 137. Let's hit a 9-iron here. Okay. That's a classic symptom of need to think about hanging up the clubs for the night. Now we're going right through a tree. Let's see here. Does the tree have a collider? Most certainly does. I don't think I can get it over there. They're both pretty stupid shots. And the ball's gonna want to roll to the right anyway. Okay, this is for par. Let's see here, a little bit of a break. Gonna hit it uphill. 20 feet here. What was the HLA? Yeah, that was really bad HLA. Took another bogey. Another bogey, baby. Today is his bogey bus. We haven't had a good round in the sim today. Really good for outside golf, but not really acceptable scores in the sim. And I gotta pause to fix my lanyard here, so hold on. All right, lanyard successfully repaired. Dude, come on. That is not my shot shape at all. What can we even do to get out of here? Let's do a sim drop. Zoom in here, zoom out. Boy, that didn't work, did it? Where are we even at? Where is my ball? So if I cancel, what the hell? Okay. Good grief. Such ease of use. Okay, you guys, sim drop incurs a 1-stroke penalty, but I guarantee you're gonna spend more than 1 stroke getting out of that crap. So my advice would be to take it. Yeah, okay. 65 down, so it's gonna play like, I don't know, 59 yards. Oh lordy. Oh, we're having a round, boys and girls. We're having a round here. Not a good one. Good gravy. Get in there. Man, could just get one hole where I can get some peace and quiet here. Okay. So this thing does, let's get over to the right side of the tee box. What do we want to do here? We want to hit to the fairway, obviously. I don't care if we cut the dog leg because it favors a fade. These shots are out of control. 127 out of the deep rough. What's 25%? 25. So we need to hit like a 150. Let's hit a 7-iron. Zoom out here. Still pushing, pulling everything left here. Club face is coming through closed. Not bad other than the club face was closed. We'll pay more attention to that. 28. And then what are we doing here for par? Get downhill 17, 13 feet-ish here. Okay. If it ain't one thing, it's another. HLA was decent. It was under 1 degree, but you ideally want it closer to 0. Okay, 475. We got OB on the left and water on the right. Tricky little guy here, 475 yard par 4. That doesn't help nothing. Let's just grip it and rip it. Certainly been having some tee trouble here. .213 over water. You got to really decide how stupid you are right here. 212. It's a par 4. To fly the water, we got to hit at least 190 something. We might be able to make it with a crisply struck 4-iron. It was crisply struck, but we are going to go the wrong way around the pond, and we had 190 carry on GS Pro, 199 carry on the lab software. Unfortunately, if we would have taken the raw carry, we would have been fine. 190 raw. Yeah, I don't know. Even this is saying 189.9 raw. It doesn't matter. Next option. Can we scoot back and get on the fairway at least? We can. Drop ball. 158 this time. If we'd have been a little closer to the sweet spot on that 4, I think we'd have been fine. Club face was perfect at impact. It was just too towy, it looks like. Okay, 158. Guys, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Almond Joy's got nuts. Mounds don't, because okay, once again, pulled it. We cannot hit a ball to save our lives today. Closed club face again there. And I'm being told I've hit OB again. This is going to be a very expensive hole. 150. What did we hit, a 7 last time? It's going to want to go a little left. Let's make sure this club face is open. That's the shot we wanted 3 penalty strokes ago, give or take. So looks like it was still a little towy. It's all good. rough, 15. All right, that was a pretty bad hole. Score 8. Here we have an 18 island green. I'm just gonna try to get this on the green. I think we hit, let's hit an 8 iron here. We've got a bit of a tailwind, and get this ball over the water and end this godforsaken round here. All right, that club went exactly where we aimed, and I think that's the first time this round. I think it might be the first time in a couple of rounds, and that is when we needed it the most, was here on this island green. 42. All right, let us get out of this godforsaken round we just shot here. There's your scorecard, nothing to write home about. Another bad round, 15 over par. This wasn't even a par 72, so we went 15 over, which is partly attributed to these, right? We took an 8 on 2 holes. We took a quad bogey on 2 different holes, which is 8 strokes in itself. We typically don't do that. And then a whole bunch of other just little, right, straws that broke the camel's back. Let's check out the stats before we close out the video. These numbers here tell me that we only hit 1 fairway in regulation, which is, it is what it is. We had 7 pars, 1 birdie, 7 bogeys. 7 bogeys in a round. 1 double and 2 double pluses, 30 putts. Duration was way longer than it needed to be. We typically sit in the 40 minutes for the round. 5 greens, 1 fairway, and then this gobbledygook over here. 252 was the longest drive, and best ball speed was 140, and then 110 feet of putting. There's no use in dragging this video out any longer. That was just a crappy round that I'd like to put behind me, but sometimes that happens in this lovely game we call golf. Guys, I'm gonna sign off here. I appreciate you watching. I don't blame you if you skip to the scorecard on that one and then completely skip the video. If you can, at least go get in and leave a thumbs up or something. I can see the analytics, and I know how long people spend watching the videos, so probably making a mountain out of a molehill anyway, because nobody watches these. And if they do, I think it's for like 2 minutes and 28 seconds. So I appreciate the 2 minutes and 28 seconds we can be together, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you, and we'll see you later. Have a good one.